All right, I am in the Flat Tops Wilderness in Routt National Forest, or Routt National Forest, not sure how it's pronounced. Be hiking a loop that includes the Devils Causeway. So I'm at this trailhead near Stillwater Reservoir. A lot of cars in the parking lot, so I'm not sure if these people are out for the day or backpacking. We'll find out, I guess. There's a big reservoir here. Some people could be fishing, I guess. So I'm planning to do this as a 3-day hike. It's only about 10.5 miles, but it's already afternoon, so I'm just gonna hike a little bit today, camp at a lake, and then do, most of the hike tomorrow. And I might either finish tomorrow or camp at another lake on the way return part of the loop. So, beginning of the trail, kind of following the shore of the reservoir here. Some pretty cool looking purple wildflowers here. So, just signed in at the trail register. This is the first trail junction, so headed right here on, I believe, the East Fork Trail. The trails have names here, but on the signs they're just numbered, and I'll be coming back on this trail to the left. All right, so I've come about a little over 2 miles. I see a lake down there, and there's a side trail here. It's like, probably takes me to the lake, so I'm gonna look for a campsite down here. So, this morning, just left my campsite at Little Causeway Lake and have about a 1,000-foot climb to get to the Devils Causeway. Last night, this morning, were just absolutely brutal with the bugs here. I don't know if I've ever been someplace where it was so many bugs, gnats and mosquitoes, just swarming, but not a pleasant experience. So I'm hoping as I get higher and it gets a little windier, there's a lot less bugs. All right, so now I'm just making my way. There's a lake where I camped. Now I just got some switchbacks to do here. Up here, basically. So I've reached the top of the switchbacks. This is looking back the way that I came. Small lake is the one I camped at. The big one is the Stillwater Reservoir. Still headed up here, basically. And we'll get a look at the other direction. So I've made it to what I think is the top of the climb. Real steep section from that pass I was just at. And I think somewhere up here is this Devils Causeway. So I'll probably take a break, catch my breath before I walk across that. All right, so this is pretty amazing up here. Massive drop off on either side. This isn't the narrowest part though, that's coming up. I'll put the phone away for that part, but this is pretty amazing. So there it is. I successfully crossed the Devil's Causeway. It's, you know, it's one of those things, mental challenge. I mean, it's rocky, but it's not horrendous, but just looking down in either direction makes you a little bit scared. Now we'll be headed this way, eventually pick up the Chinese Wall Trail. I can actually see a trail way off in the distance by those snow patches. Guess maybe this might be why this area is known as the Flat Tops Wilderness. So this is looking back where I came towards the Devil's Causeway. This was the Devil's Causeway Trail. Now I'm sort of, it's not really a turn, but I'm starting on the Chinese Wall Trail here. This is pretty cool up here. The biggest mountain in the distance is called Flat Top Mountain, for obvious reasons. So I just turned left on the Stillwater Trail. It looks like it's gonna go up a little bit. Eventually I should meet up with the Bear River Trail and drop down in elevation quite a bit. My original plan for today was to camp at Mosquito Lake, which is a couple miles from the end of the hike, but based on my experience last night and this morning at Little Causeway Lake, there's no way I want to spend another night with swarming bugs and mosquitoes, gnats, flies. And since the lake is named Mosquito Lake, that's probably not a good sign. So I'm just gonna finish the hike today. So just came over the top of that hill and headed down this, and now joined the Bear River Trail. You can see the Stillwater Reservoir down below. So I assume this part of the trail will start going downhill since it's been flat for a pretty long time. So down below tree line now, and I mean, the mosquitoes are just eating me alive. I mean, usually when you're hiking, they don't bother you that much, but not here. But it looks nice. Okay, here I am at Mosquito Lake, where I was going to camp, but it is just as bad as it sounds, so gotta keep moving. Alright, so I've reached the reservoir, Stillwater Reservoir, so that means I got just a little bit to go. Rain, it's raining a little bit right now, the last 15 or 20 minutes. It actually gave me a little bit of relief from the mosquitoes. So now I'm walking through amazing wildflowers. Alright, so I've come to the end of the hike here at the Stillwater Reservoir. It's a beautiful hike, but mosquitoes were brutal everywhere below tree line, even higher up actually. So definitely this time of year, it's July 19th I think today, the hike definitely I would recommend as a one-day hike only. No camping overnight. So